For over 500 years, no one had dared to open Christianity's most sacred tomb. In 2016, a team of archaeologists broke this millennial taboo at the Church of the Holy Sepulchre in Jerusalem. What they discovered beneath layers of marble and centuries of history challenged expectations and confirmed ancient traditions. Physical evidence connecting science and faith in surprising ways. Are you ready to discover secrets hidden for centuries? Subscribe to the Bible Backstage channel and hit the bell icon so you don't miss any archaeological discovery that could change your perspective on history. Now, let's dive into this extraordinary discovery. Can you imagine what it means to not open something for over 500 years? That's exactly what happened with the most important tomb in human history. We're talking about the place where, according to Christian tradition, Jesus Christ was buried and from where he rose again. For centuries, the tomb remained sealed under layers of marble in the Church of the Holy Sepulchre in Jerusalem. But in October 2016, something extraordinary happened. For the first time in 5 centuries, an international team of archaeologists from the National Technical University of Athens dared to remove the marble slab that protected Christianity's most sacred site. Imagine the tension in the air. In 2016, the shrine surrounding Jesus' tomb, the Edicule, underwent significant restoration, and the tomb itself was opened for the first time in centuries. The archaeologists knew they were making history. This wasn't just a common excavation, it was the moment when science and faith would meet in a unique way. The restoration was necessary. The cost of the 2016 restoration work was $3.5 million, an investment that demonstrated the importance of this discovery for the entire global Christian community. When they finally removed the heavy marble slab that had protected the tomb for so many years, what the researchers found was breathtaking. First, they discovered there was much more than they expected. Under the marble covering, an even older broken marble slab engraved with a cross placed directly over the original limestone surface of the burial bed. Think about this. It wasn't just one layer of protection, but multiple historical layers, each telling its own part of the story. The oldest slab, engraved with a cross, was directly over the original limestone stone, exactly the type of rock described in biblical accounts about tombs from Jesus' time. Mortar samples were taken from the original limestone surface of the tomb for detailed scientific analysis. These tests would reveal crucial information about the age and authenticity of the site. The test results were impressive. Recent scientific test results provided to National Geographic seem to confirm that the Church of the Holy Sepulchre, the place where Christ's crucifixion, burial, and resurrection occurred, is approximately 1,700 years old. This means that the tradition identifying this location as Jesus' tomb wasn't just a medieval legend, but a belief dating back to the first centuries of Christianity. Science was confirming what Christians had believed for millennia. But the discoveries didn't stop there. After more than 200 years since the last restoration of the Edicule, scholars and religious authorities experienced a historic moment. The marble slab covering the tomb was moved, and it was possible to see again the rock on which Jesus was placed. Recently, other discoveries at the Church of the Holy Sepulchre have confirmed biblical details in surprising ways. Excavations in the church revealed the existence of an ancient garden, confirming the description made by St. John in his Gospel. Do you remember the biblical account? John 19:41 says, "At the place where Jesus was crucified, there was a garden, and in the garden a new tomb." For centuries, this description remained a matter of faith. Now, archaeology was providing physical evidence that corroborated exactly with what was written in the Gospels. To understand the importance of this discovery, we need to go back in time. The Church of the Holy Sepulchre in Jerusalem wasn't built overnight. Its history is full of conflicts, destructions, and reconstructions. The Basilica of the Holy Sepulchre in Jerusalem was built over the place where Emperor Hadrian had previously erected a pagan temple. This is fascinating. The Roman emperor tried to erase the Christian memory of the site by building a pagan temple on top, but ironically, this helped preserve and mark exactly where Jesus' tomb was located. What's most impressive about this discovery is how modern technology and ancient faith combined. Jesus' tomb was last opened in the recent exploration conducted by the National Technical University of Athens in 2016, as part of the investigative work for its restoration. Archaeologists used carbon dating techniques, mortar analysis, and 3D mapping to create a detailed record of everything they found. This wasn't just scientific curiosity, but preserving for future generations physical evidence that directly connects with the most important events in Christian history. It's interesting to note that the Church of the Holy Sepulchre is today shared by 6 Christian communities: Catholic, Greek Orthodox, Armenian, Coptic, Syrian, and Abyssinian. Imagine the complexity of coordinating an archaeological discovery with 6 different denominations guarding the same sacred site. This diversity of guardians actually strengthens the historical credibility of the site. If it were a medieval invention or fraud, it would be very unlikely that so many different Christian traditions would agree on the exact location of the tomb. It was reopened for public visitation on March 22, 2017. After months of careful restoration, Christianity's most important tomb was once again made available to believers and visitors from around the world. The restoration work began in May 2016 to renovate the small marble chapel and restore its original color. It was completely dismantled and rebuilt in the image and likeness of what it was. What impresses me most about this story isn't just the archaeological facts, but what they represent. For centuries, people traveled thousands of miles, faced wars, persecutions, and all kinds of difficulties to visit this place, based only on faith and tradition. Now, modern science is confirming that this faith wasn't blind. The physical evidence is aligned with historical and biblical accounts in ways that surprise even the most skeptical archaeologists. This discovery teaches us something fundamental about the relationship between faith and reason, between tradition and science. For a long time, our culture tried to create an artificial conflict between these two forms of knowledge. But what we see at the Church of the Holy Sepulchre is that they can complement each other in extraordinary ways. The faith of the first Christians preserved the exact location of Jesus' tomb for almost 2,000 years. Modern science confirmed the credibility of this millennial tradition. This shows us that we don't need to choose between believing and questioning. We can do both with intellectual integrity. In our daily lives, this means we can have deep convictions while remaining open to learning. We can honor the traditions we've received while simultaneously seeking to better understand them. We can have faith and still ask questions, investigate, and discover. Jesus' tomb reminds us that life's most important truths often transcend the dichotomy between faith and science. They invite us on a journey of discovery that involves both heart and mind, both tradition and innovation. So, what did you think of this incredible discovery? Leave in the comments which aspect impressed you most. Don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to the Bible Backstage channel for more archaeological discoveries that connect history, science, and faith. Until our next historical adventure,